food, ammunition, gasoline, the necessities for maintaining the position are flown in, and a new page of military history has been written by the helicopter, a new combat weapon. Keeping the tiny planes airborne and flying fit is the job of the Ordnance Corps and its specially trained aircraft crews. They must supply portable airfields equipped with stocks of spare parts and maintenance facilities, which can be moved rapidly with the advancing troops. Winter or summer, the planes must be kept flying, serving the needs of the fighting men. Looking to the future, Ordnance sees bigger and more important jobs for light planes in the Army aircraft program. Research and development of new planes goes on, and already a gigantic cargo copter is on the way. Ramjet-powered copters are being developed, and also converter planes, aircraft of the future, combining both principles of the fixed wing and rotor blade aircraft. Aviation in the Army is on the way up. Its mission in combat has been proved. Today, the Army aircraft program is only a beginning in an entirely new field of aircraft employment. Aviation in your Army faces a future of tremendous development, modernizing tactics, facilitating command, and supporting the fighting soldier. As battle techniques speed up and time and mobility become prime combat factors, our fighting force is becoming an army on wings.
Well, that's the Army today, an Army on wings, the story of Army aviation. With us on the big picture today is a veteran Army aviator, Captain A.T. Pumphrey of Pampa, Texas. Well, Captain, how long have you been in Army aviation?
I've been in Army aviation for about 9 years now. I took training before World War II and was in Army aviation during World War II, then for 3 years in the United States Constabulary from 46 to 1949, running an aerial border patrol in Germany, and then I was back in the States a short time before going to Korea.
Well, we were using light planes in World War II, weren't we?
Yes, we did. We used Piper Cubs during World War II. At that time, most of our work was spotting targets for artillery units and running road reconnaissance and column control for armored columns. In fact, I was on a mission of this type at one time and was shot down in eastern France by German Messerschmitts.
Well, now you can't get around very fast and you're unarmed. What do you do when you're attacked by a fighter plane?
Well, we have one maneuver, and that is to get down treetop level and get out of there as quickly as we can.
Well, how about your 14 months in Korea? Did you meet any enemy fire over there?
We met no enemy aircraft, or very little enemy aircraft on the front lines. However, we did encounter intense anti-aircraft fire and small arms fire from the enemy. I brought my plane in at one time, pretty well shot up, and there were numerous instances of Army aircraft being shot down or coming home badly damaged.
Well, what were you flying over there?
Well, I flew the conventional fixed-wing observation type aircraft and the helicopter also.
What's it like flying these helicopters, Captain?
Well, that's initially it's rather a weird feeling, the fact that one goes straight up as contrasted with the conventional aircraft taking a ground roll and taking off. Then, too, there's a lot of vibration in a helicopter not experienced in a conventional aircraft. And the controlled, one is kept pretty busy on the controls at all times.
We've had a lot of infantrymen on our big picture program in the past, and a lot of them have told us how they like to see those light planes and helicopters around.
Well, I believe that's true. Of course, we've pretty well established our field of observation type aircraft, and I think the Korean campaign has pretty well proven the value of the helicopter. They can go forward and land in places not accessible to ambulances and pick up wounded combat soldiers and take them out of there back to safety. The time element plays an important part there. Sometimes it means the difference between life and death for the combat soldier.
Well, how about the man coming in the Army today? How can he get in Army Aviation?
Well, to get into Army Aviation to fly the conventional aircraft, the first requirement is that he go to the officer candidate course. Then he can apply for the flying school after he has successfully completed the officer's candidate course. There is another plan for enlisted personnel to go to a transportation helicopter course. After he completes that course, he is given a warrant. That is to fly the large helicopters.
Well, certainly the light planes and helicopters are going to be with us for quite a while now, aren't they? They've proven themselves in Korea.
Well, as I said, our conventional aircraft is pretty well established, and I look for the field to increase tremendously in helicopters.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Captain Pumphrey. Well, there it is, the story of our Army on Wings. And our thanks again to Captain Pumphrey of Pampa, Texas, for being with us today. Next week on The Big Picture, we'll tell you the story of the Army Medical Corps. We're proud of our medics. We'd like to tell you about them. This is Captain Carl Zimmerman inviting you to be with us then.